Scotland as we await the Glasgow Derby. Celtic Rangers, of course. Who's going to come out top? We'll take a little look next. Giving a prediction video today. We look forward to match number 24 over in Scotland, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and keep banging out today with all things Scottish football related, Black Rose related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Rooski. Of course, it all boils down to this, guys. It is the big one. It's the zinger chicken dinner. It is, of course, Celtic. It is Rangers. It is, of course, Glasgow. Of course, winner will probably take the title. That's probably how close of a margin is. We'll look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They're the patrons, guys. Thank you for your love and, of course, behind the scenes. But anyway, let's get into it. A bit of a shit shabby weekend, of course. Not really all the games getting played, of course. For example, Aberdeen against St Johnstone didn't go ahead. We'll have to do that another day. Meanwhile, Celtic picked up a 1-0 win over Dundee United. I went with a 3-0 win myself. Dundee against St Mirren will have to do that again. Hearts picked up a 2-0 win over Motherwell. Hibs lost to, of course, Livingston. A bit of a shit show there. And, of course, what went wrong here? Ross County against Rangers 3-3 in the end, which put a bit of can of whoop-ass on the league. As you can see, Rangers still are leading by 2 points over Celtic, but, of course, they play each other. Of course, Celtic win. They go top for the first time this season, I believe. Hearts, 42 points for them. Of course, Motherwell up to 4th. Down the foot of the table is St Johnstone going down right now. Dundee also in a bit of trouble as well. Ross County with a big point against Rangers. Take a look at, of course, how you guys got on. Of course, even the same picked up 3 out of 4. Not bad there. In fact, pretty shit hot. Of course, what about the overall grand scheme of things for this part of the season? Here you go. Deep at the Great is running away with it with 16 points on the board. Well done to you. And of course, big shout out to the patrons as well. Kicking ass and taking names across the board. Let's take a look at the prediction of the month for the month of January. Well, here we go. Take a little look at it. So, of course, the predictor of the month, or the predictors of the month, of the person, all the persons who accumulated the most points over the course of January. Of course, you can win multiple months, and there can be multiple winners. And of course, at the end of the day, the winner will be selected from the list of previous winners over the course of the year. Of course, from a spinning thing. Anyway, here we go. Take a little look at the winner or the winners for the month of Jan. It's actually 3 years. James BCFC are great, even I've seen, and Deepak, they're great. Well done to all 3 of you. You get your name in lights, and of course, it is looking like a very, very decorative wall of fame right now over in the prediction of the month for Scotland. Deepak the Great's got a 3rd entry in there. Iman Hussain has got himself in there, of course, with a chance to win it. Of course, James BCFC are great. It's going to be random. Of course, if you've got more names in there, you better have a better chance to do it. But what about the overall grand scheme of things? Who is the kingpin for Scotland right now? Who's the last king of Scotland? It is actually Deepak the Great with 75 points on the board. Shane O'Donnell's up there with 71. Finney's 77. Of course, Shepherd are also in 3rd spot, just 6 points off the points. But of course, let's get, of course, into the next round of matches. There's still plenty of time to get in amongst it. So let's see how you get it on with these next round of matches. So they are big bad boy Bobby Dazzlers. Double match week, of course, over in Scotland as well. So kick it all off with Ross County taking on Aberdeen. Let's get into the thick of the ends, shall we, of this one. Now, these two sides have played each other 27 times since 2012. 8 wins to Ross County, 16 wins to Aberdeen, and 3 draws. Just 1 win and 5 though for Ross County right now. 42% form. Aberdeen side just won. What we're looking at here: 2 defeats past 6 games, 58% form for Aberdeen. Of course, that's the picture that in Ross County was a 4-1 win for Ross County back in January 2021. They also picture this season in Aberdeen in Pittodrie back in August. It was a 1-1 draw as well. Aberdeen coming in on the back of that 1-0 loss against St Mirren, of course, a couple of days back. I mean, Ross County with that monster 3-3 draw against Rangers last time around. The odds though for this one: 23-10 is your Ross County, 7-5 is your Aberdeen, and 9-10 is your draw. Quite tight this one. Could go a little bit anyway. Either way, I've gone with a draw myself. I think Ross County going to be buoyed on from that result against Rangers. Kicking on forward though, we do have Dundee. They're going to be taking on Dundee United. Of course, it's Derby central, of course, this match day. We have the Dundee Derby, we have the Glasgow Derby, we also have the Edinburgh Derby. Now, these two sides have played each other 45 times in 1988. 13 wins to Dundee, 20 wins to Dundee United, and 12 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 6 there for Dundee right now. At Dens Park, of course, up against Dundee United. We've got lost 4 of the past 6, 32% form as well. Last time I played each other at Dens Park, it was a 2-0 win for Dundee United way back in November 2019 in the Championship. Well, that's a 2nd tier for Scotland. They also played each other this season at Tannadice. It was a 1-0 win back in September, of course, for Dundee United. Meanwhile, coming at you though, Dundee pick up a 0-0 draw against St Johnstone. They come to us on 2 games without conceding a goal for Dundee. Meanwhile, Dundee United pick up a 1-0 loss against Celtic. That's the one. The odds though: 11-8 is your Dundee, 90-10 is your away win, and 12-5 is your. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going with the draw here. 2-2 in the end. Goals galore. Who knows? I really couldn't separate the two sides right now. I know the form and the table looks completely different, but when it comes down to derbies and rivalries, that goes out the window. Kicking off forward, it'll be a St Mirren against Motherwell, not a derby, or is it? I don't really know geographically where these two are against each other. Played each other 53 times since the year 2000. 15 wins for St Mirren, 20 wins for Motherwell, and 18 draws. Just one defeat past 6 goals for St Mirren at the moment. 67% form against the Motherwell side. Just 1 win and 4 for them. 58% form for them right now. Last time played each other in St Mirren, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2021. They also played each other this season in Motherwell. It was a Fir Park. It was a 2-2 draw back in October. Coming at you. Meanwhile, St Mirren pick up a 1-0 over Aberdeen. 1-2 clean sheets in the spin. Meanwhile, Motherwell did lose to Hearts last round. They've got 1-2 games up scoring a goal. Meanwhile, coming at you though, the odds 7-5 is St Mirren, 94 is yours Motherwell, 90-10 is your draw. Another draw. No, 2-1 win for Motherwell on the road here. Big win for them on this one. Livingston taking on St Johnstone. Of course, Livingston starting to climb the table. St Johnstone have had a shit show. Of course, Tony Macaroni stayed in place the 34 times in 2001. 12 wins for Livingston, 15 wins for St Johnstone, and 7 draws. Just 1 defeated past 4 games for Livingston. 58% form up against St Johnstone side who haven't won in the last 12 games. Good disgrace to me. Last time played in Livingston was a 1 win for St Johnstone back in February 2021. It was in the League Cup final. In fact, that wasn't in Livingston. Last time played in Livingston was a 2-1 win for St Johnstone in the Premiership back in, of course, February 2021. Whew, same sort of get up there. Meanwhile, they also played each other at St Johnstone, of course, back in October. It was a 3-0 win for Livingston. Goodness gracious me. In fact, the past 2 games, Livingston haven't scored a goal against Livingston, of course. Meanwhile, coming at you, the odds, in fact, scrap that. Livingston coming into this one against 3-2 win over Hibs. St Johnstone with a 0-0 draw against Dundee. They haven't scored in 3 games, have St Johnstone. Meanwhile, the odds for this one then, Livingston 65 for the victory, 25 is your way, when that St Johnstone 11-5 is your draw. They've got to win some. They've got to win sometime. I'm going to go with the one who wins St Johnstone on the road. Maybe that gets me over the line with a surprise win. Kicking off forward is the Edinburgh Derby. It's Hibs up against Hearts at Easter Road. That's right. Now these two sides have played each other 98 times since 1994. 27 wins for Hibs, 40 wins for Hearts, and 31 draws, of course. Just 1 and 4 though for Hibs right now. 58% form up against the Hearts side. Just 1 defeat past 6 games. 83% form for them as well. Coming at you though, last time around at Easter Road, 3-1 win for Hearts. That was back in March 2020. They also played each other this season at Tynecastle. That was a 0-0 draw back in September. Coming at you though, Hibs did lose to Livingston last time around. Hearts picking up a 2-1 win over Motherwell last time around. Look at the odds for this one then. 64 is your Hibs, 7-4 is your Wayman. That's Hearts, and 25 is your draw. I've got to back the Hibs on this one. 2-1 win for them at Easter Road. Take the snatch. Of course, big local rivalry that one, and of course, a bit of pride back on the line. And then of course, we'll set ourselves up with a zinger in the end on Wednesday, February the 2nd. It is Celtic, it is Rangers, all on the line on this one now. They played each other 100 times since 1996. 45 wins to Celtic, 38 wins to the Rangers, and 17 draws. 5 wins in the match for Celtic right now. 92% form up against a Rangers side who 1-4 in the last 6. 83% form as well. I haven't lost in a long time as well. Last time played each other at Celtic Bar was a 1-1 draw. That was back in, of course, March 2021 last season. They also played each other this season in August. Was a 1-win for Rangers and Ibrox, of course. So it'll be the first time they played each other at the green half of Celtic, of Glasgow. Celtic won the winners over Dundee United last time around. Rangers with the sloppy 3-3 draw against Ross County. The odds though, 23-20 is your Celtic, 14-5 is your Rangers, 2-1 is your draw. Of course, if Steven Gerrard was here, of course, I think it would be a different beast. I just think Postecoglou's got the grip on this one now. I think the title's turning green. Unfortunately, I thought I had Rangers tipping him with CVG. I just think Postecoglou's more settled down more, and they're just gonna hold on tight here. Goals galore though, 3-2 in the end for Celtic in the end. That's of course my take on it. Be sure to get your own take on it as well using the link cut/Scott. Getting amongst it, get your name in lights, of course, and I'll see you of course for the next one. Be sure to give this a love, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Twitch, I'm on Facebook, and of course I'm on Patreon. But until then, boys, I'll see you soon for the next one. I'm out.